Yeah, my name is Heun. I'm a consultant psychiatrist and editor of Global Psychiatry Archives and co-founder of the Global Psychiatric Association. And it's my pleasure today to invite you to the sixth conference of the Global Psychiatric Association. It will be online from on the 11th to 13th of September this year, and it's about challenging and opportunities in global psychiatry. And it's organized by myself and Sujit from Lucknow University in India. It will be on the Zoom platform and look at the different times. There will be 18 talks, each talks 30 minutes and 15 minutes discussion. And day one will start with Professor Michelle Riba from the University of Michigan, and she had been president of the American Psychiatric Association, and she will talk about severe mental illness and cancer. The next one will be Dr. Monika Thakur, who is an associate professor in India, Lucknow University, and she will talk about psychooncology. The next one talk will be from UK, Cardiff, and Greece. Aliki Eleni Pouli will talk about immunopsychiatry and current developments. She's a researcher in psychology from Greece initially. Next one will be Deblina Roy, nursing PhD and associate professor in Lucknow University in India. She talks about psychological intervention in burns and after disability. The next one is Florian Riese, an academic from Zurich University, who is a good friend of mine, and he will talk about person-centered dementia care. He's an expert in palliative care and treatment of dementia in nursing homes. The last on the day, the sixth, will be Adivya Srivastava, who is a consultant from New Delhi, and he will talk about the next frontier in psychooncology, precision psychiatry across the cancer continuum. On day two, we have Professor Vikas Menon from India talking about brain-based diagnostic paradigms in psychiatry. He's looking at different models, applications, and challenges, and he is a well-known expert in suicide and suicide prevention. Professor Kaliva is well known in India and in the world. He was secretary of the World Psychiatric Association, and he talks about cultural context and social determinants, enhancing access and sustainability in mental health care. The next talk will be by Professor Norman Sartorius, who had been president of the World Psychiatric Association and who works closely with the World Psychiatric Association, and he will talking about unrecognized priorities of psychiatry, and apart from being very well known about psychiatric services and developments, he has a great view about current and future developments. The next talk will be from Kenya, David Ndete. Professor David Ndete will talk about school mental health and bridging the gap of scaling opportunities for adolescent well-being. So he has a WHO center in Kenya who does quite a bit of research. Professor Christopher Szabo is from South Africa. He has worked quite a bit in eating disorders and was the first to look at eating disorders in Africa. And I know him, or we know him, from the publication committee of the World Psychiatric Association. Next one will be Dr. Rishab Gupta from Harvard University. He's a lecturer there, and he will talk about new options and opportunities in Alzheimer's dementia care. Day three will be about suicide prevention, psychosis, personality, and academic life. So first is Professor Sujit, who is chair of the Global Psychiatric Association, He will talk about suicide among students in South Asia, prevention and policies. Next will be from Serbia, Professor Dragana Ignjatovic Ristic will be talking about where we stand at the moment with clozapine. She's a long-term psychiatrist and teaching professor in Kragujevac University. The next will be Duzika Lecic-Tozewski from Serbia again. She will talk about the many phases of psychiatric personality disorders, which are newly defined recently, and I think she will give us a great overview. She's a good friend from the publication committee of the World Psychiatric Association. Another old friend is Christian Schütz from Canada, who had been working with me in Bonn University. He moved to Vancouver and is talking about schizophrenia, spectrum disorders, and substance abuse. And he's an expert and professor about dealing with substance abuse psychosis. The next talk is again from Deblina Roy from Lucknow, India. She will talk about navigating academic responsibilities, family support, and challenges, and I think it will be very insightful. Last but not least, we have Salman Shafiq, consultant who worked in the UK as well in Pakistan, and he had been recently publishing in Global Psychiatry Archives about hatred, and he will talk about the lessons he learned from two systematic reviews. Okay, and that sounds very interesting. So you can register using the QR code. You can register using the link below, and we will send you the Zoom link a couple of days before the meeting to make sure that you can enter the talks. In case of problems, don't hesitate to contact us via the Global Psychiatric Association website. There you find a link for addresses, including myself. Thanks so much for your interest, and I hope I will see you online in September. Thanks a lot and have a good day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.